Hello everyone, cncHD here, and we are back to creating a map for VNS clan, free versus free community. It's been a while since I started working on this map. I had a little break here in creating this map, but it's time to finally finish it. Okay, let's check if the music is too loud or not. I should be alright now. Alright. I was stuck here. Okay, that is all working fine, perfect. Okay, so where was I? This was the progress I was left with when I built this 2 months ago. Then the World Series came in, and now I'm finally getting back to it. So there's still a lot of things to do. I started working on the ramps here on the bottom side to make it symmetrical. Originally I wanted to create a big forest here on the bottom, but this would not be synchronized with the top and therefore unbalanced with the top position. That the bottom side has another position than the top side. Unbalanced, not good in a 3 versus 3 in a tournament where players play for lots of cash. Okay, so let's start working on the bottom part here. The top side already looking very good. We have this nice little road, which is handcrafted. With the nice caution here, looks pretty dope. Here with the road piece, I'm unsure. I think I will delete this. Hey, Blutgott, grüß dich. Guten Abend. I think I will delete this here. I'm not liking the color, I'm not feeling it. So I will instead color over it. Thought a lot about it here. I don't think the color is matching. So let's just delete this color here. And start all over with it. I think this looks way better when we have this color. Only problem is here with the aligning there on the top, on the left I mean, with the road piece. That should be done easily. Okay, that looks good. Now we use the align tool and we edge that thing out once again. I did that before, let's do that again, or we just paint over it and we don't care about it. Here we need to use the paint tool, the edge tool, else it will be it will be seen. And here we need to paint over. Okay, that looks good. Here's also a piece missing. Need to paint over here. And also here behind the tower. There's also one piece there we need to paint over. Think it's here. Yeah, that was the piece. Also always need to watch that. Some map creators forget that. A few of the dark tiles would look alright. The harbor dock and a few dark oil spills are vernal. Yeah, maybe I will build that in. For now I will normal, ja. Ja, das könnte normal sein. Mit dem Öl. Okay, now we do that on the other part here of the dock. Makes it look more natural. Yeah, true. True that. For that reason, I can use this concrete and use a bit darker tile. Here, this is a bit darker, but they're also even darker. For example, this one. Could use this one. This is basically this here. We have a few spills in there. So for example like that. But I will do that part later on. For now, we will finish this dock part here, so I can finally finish this. About the synchronization of the map, so it's symmetrical. Need to work on that as well. We have these two shapes here, which looks like a Viking helm. And this Viking helm also needs to be mirrored to the bottom side. And then the bottom side has less building space than the top side. That is, of course, also not good. Not at all good. So I need to work on that. Let's use the area. Trigger areas. I could also use the alignment tool, the ruler tool, to work on that. To get the right distance here between these two spots. There's also a little color here. Yeah, there's this color. Had this little dots there as an indicator. So basically what we need is this distance here to here. Then this would give me 336 length in feet. And I need that on the bottom here. 336. Let's get that here on the bottom. So basically here. Yeah, here we need the water with brush height of 0. Actually, no, with free brush height. How thick is this? 5. 5? No, here, the width. 5. Okay, 5 is the width and the brush height is 0. Alright, and then we paint that thing in. There is the ruler. We go here. And now we paint that thing in. Something like that. It looks okay. Okay, my Twitch chat is bugging a bit, but I think it should be alright. Okay, something like that. Maybe one to the bottom. So that. Yeah, that should be good. And now we need the water aligned with the top. It starts here. We use the alignment tool, the log angle. Paint that thing in here. So basically like that. The top is a bit wider. We look at that. Yeah, I need a bit thicker brush. Like 6. That should be the right size. Let's make it a bit thicker. Like so. And also here on the right. Paint that thing over here to the right. Okay, it's a bit too thick. I will fix that in a bit. So here we now need, what is the height here? 18.80. Like 30. Yeah. And then we paint down here. Like so. And here we need the same. Yeah, I think that should be alright. Let's use the ruler tool once again. And yeah, looks alright. It's the right distance. And here on the left side, if we take the ruler there and lay it next to it. It's a bit too wide on the left. To cut that in. Yeah, a bit too wide on the left. So let's brush over that. Like so. Then we should have the right distance. And on the right side, let's also check here. Yeah, that looks to be alright. Bit too wide there on the right. Should be now fixed. Okay. Now, this is also an error here, which I need to fix. Like so. And do I have the right height here for everything? No, I do not have the right height. So this is 18.17 height, and this is 18.80 height. So I think that is this one. Yeah, this would be the right height. It's a little difference. But this can make the difference. There's one little height difference. Let's paint over it. Nobody will notice it. Just the map creator as always. But we don't want that. So let's paint over it. Okay. Also here on the bottom. Make that thing correctly aligned. Like so. And now we should be good. We still have these few pieces here left over at some points. Most likely here next to the water. Yeah, a lot of pieces here on the water. Need to fix that. We fix that right now. Oh yeah, big pieces here. So let's work on that. Okay, like so. And this ugly piece also needs to go. Here with the desert, I need to think of something else. It's not working like it is to be intended. I need an extra solution for that. But for now, we do this here. Get this thing fixed. Do the fixing later here for the right size. For now, we fix the height level. Okay, like so. And so. Now we have the right height. Okay, and here on the right side as well. This will be so much fixing later. Can already feel the pain. Okay, so that is fixed. Here as well. And these parts are also not on the right height. We can notice it a little bit. So we need an extra 50 to paint over here to make this whole space the right flattened level. That is too much in. Okay. And here on the edges, we use a smaller brush. Yeah, that feels correct. Yes, that is correct. Okay. Now the ramp also needs the right flattening. And now comes the pain. Getting this water area correct. First, we also need to align this. This is the right alignment here with the height level. Okay. It also needs a bit of fixing here of the height. Okay. And now this island needs fixing as it's on a wrong height level. Cut that thing in. Bring it to the right height. So it's symmetrical with the other side of the map. Okay, like so. For the water area, we need the smaller brush, of course. Oops, I used the right click. And now for the bigger parts, we need a 50 brush. Make that thing flat. Okay, here's my palette. Good. That was the easy part. Now comes the annoying part. Which is this size here. This size. We need this size, the exact size, and we need to apply it to the other side of the map. So brush width should be like 10, I believe. No, it's 15, isn't it? 18? 20. Looks to be like 20. And the height is 0. And now let's apply that thing here with the lock angle tool. Like so. Oops. Yeah, that looks correct. No, I pressed right button again. Ah, fuck. Hate when that happens. If you press the right button, it will delete everything you just did. You can see that at the moment as it's disappearing everything. Okay, I add the ramp later. Just need a nice slice here. Nice cut. Hey, Sahil Katan, welcome, welcome. And welcome, Anton. Love that bug. Yeah, the right click bug. It's so annoying. Happens to me all the time. I click the left button, I hold it pressed, and then I click the right button by accident, and it deletes everything you just did. Ah, it's fun. Makes so much fun. I could scream out of fun. Ugh, that was not what I wanted. And everything again, once again. Okay, plop. And now we do the same thing here. Have a nice part. Oops, going to the top. That was too much to the right. I think that was the correct distance. That should be alright. Okay, we can now see here the ramps where they should be. And we now need to get the distance correct. So if I use the brush width, it's like a 25 or 30. It is a 35. Yeah, looks to be like a 35. On a brush height of 29. 18.10 feet. Actually, this is 18.80, but this is the wrong height. We are at 18.80. This one right here is the wrong height level. Need to fix that as well. It's a small, it's very small difference, but it is a difference, and I don't want a difference. Okay, make that all the right height level. Bring that down a bit. Okay, like so. And here we need the same with a smaller brush. So 35 I need to remember. And I need to brush in here with the correct height level. Okay, that should be alright. Same here on the left. This is 18.80, this is 18.17. These are different height levels. Not noticeable for the eye, but they are there. Okay, make it all the same height. And now this part. And here. Like so. And now with the bigger brush. 50. Make this beast the same height level. Okay. Now we have everything on the same height. Is there any? There's some difference here still remaining. Paint all over here. Okay, we should all be on the same page now. Okay, here's a little difference. And next to the water, a little difference. But let's not care about that too much. Here we have the same height. Here we have the same height. Oh, thank you very much, Sahil, for the donation. Wow, thank you for your work on this map and also in the World Series map. Thank you, Sahil. Much appreciated, man. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is a map for Sahil and Goldman and the VNS clan, as we can see right there with the clan logo. It's a map for them. And a lot more maps will follow. This is for their tournaments. They will run a 50k 3 versus 3 tournament on that. And this is basically the map for their 3 versus 3 50k tournament I'm building here. So that's why I need to watch with the symmetrical stuff, that everything is fair and symmetrical, so that not one team is unfair to the other team. So much appreciated, Sahil. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. And I hope this map will be of the liking for the community here by VNS clan. We'll put in a lot of effort here. And I hope it will have no bugs. And that it will be fair for all the teams playing on it. Alright, we were here at the ramps. Here was a bridge, and we had the 35 brush width. 35. And I was at 29 feet. Let's bring that in here. Bloop. And thank you, Goldman, for the $5 donation. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Appreciated a lot. Thank you. Goldman is one of the main sponsors here for this tournament, for this map. So big thanks to him. Big thanks to VNS clan for their support, for their help, and this map is for them. So much appreciated, Golden Man. Thank you very much for the donation and your support. And I hope this map will be of your liking. More maps to follow for your clan and the tournaments. I know there is a 3 versus 3 tournament coming up very shortly. So this map needs to be finished. 50k prize money or 50k starting cash in game. 50k starting cash in game, Anton. So you have the 10k, 20k, 50k starting options after and the 5k. 10k is standard. And 50k is mostly played on 3 versus 3, and this is a map for that. Okay, so there's the ramp. I think I'm still not aligned here with that. Still looks very ugly here. What was the distance? Let's measure the distance. We go here. The distance of these two parts was, if I measure it here at this position, it's like a distance of 333 feet. 333 feet. So that is basically the distance here. And I think that should also be the distance here on the left side if I measure that. Put in a ruler. I just noticed. This one has a road piece. And this one doesn't. I just noticed this. Put in a ruler. Should be at 333. And we're at 330. Almost. It's basically a 333. And we need that same on the bottom. So if we put in the ruler, we should be at 333. So basically here. The ramp is too big. Okay, I need to work on that. 0. And cut that thing in here as well. And that should be now hopefully a 333. Start here. We'll go to here. Okay, now the ramp is too thin. 29. What I need is a road piece. Hey, red versus blue. Welcome, welcome, my man. Hope everything is going well for you. Was nice to meet you at LAN. It was really nice and cool to meet you there. Hopefully we will see us next year on the LAN as well. Was very cool to see you there. Let's make this a solid piece here. It's so difficult. So difficult. Okay, but this looks okay. Cut that in. And this should be alright. And same thing here. 29. 3. Okay, now I have the right size. 0. Oops, that is too much cut in. So 29. It's so difficult, man. But the docks will cover it up. I'm not sure if I will put docks on here. Not dogs, but docks. Can also put dogs on there, but I don't think that is what we want here. This looks aligned. Let's check the distance. Again, we should be on 3, 3, 3. And we are on 336. This would be 3, 3, 3. So on the left, it looks okay. On the right, it is too thick. What about an ox? Yeah, an ox could do the job. I agree with an ox. Definitely. Or for Antipro, a cow. Antipro loves cows. A nickname as well. That is too much cut in. So annoying. This is no job if you're not sober. Luckily, I have not drunk. I have not drunken anything, drink anything, drink... English! What is English? Good thing I'm not drinking, that is what I mean. Almost. I almost got it here. Okay, this is 3, 3, 3. It's the right distance of the ramp. And because it's so fun, I also need to mirror it to the bottom. To here. Need to mirror it. Because fun. Brush. Let's say 20. Was it 35, I think. So let's put that thing in. Way too thick. We need a 35. 333, I mean. That is way too thick. Okay, let's cut that all in. And here on the left. That looks way better. And the distance between here and here is perfect, a 333. So this has the right distance. The right size of the ramp. Perfect. Now we need to make it beautiful. $29. Yeah, this works. And here on the bottom, this also works. Here as well. 5. Like so. There's still a height distance here. The height. Because I'm on the right. Oh, no. What I'm doing? I'm painting in the wrong height level. Do we at 29? What am I doing here? I'm stupid. Placing the wrong ramp. Fuck. 18.17. That's wrong. Okay. This much better. And now here at 0. 29. And too much again, cut into the water. Okay, now we are good. Now we are good. Now about the design of the ramp. I don't want to be don't want it to be as the same design as on the top, as these are military docks, and this is a military dock entrance. On the bottom, I want to have it like a wooden entrance, like you go into the forest here. So I want this to be like a dirt path. I think this part here can stay like it is. I need to have also the same building space here for each position. I think it is the same position. It should be. And for here, I also need to delete this part. So let's delete all this. Yes, this is a military naval base, and it ends here. These could be dock pieces, so it could be realistic that this is in. So yeah, let's put this in once again. We have military dock pieces in here. But here we have grass. Like a lot of grass. Not sure where the military base ends. Need to decide on that, as there's a third player's position here. Need to come up with something there. We'll draw in a little draft in here. Yeah, I need to decide later on that. Okay, and here on the bottom we have the wooden area. The clan tag stays untouched and visible for everything, for everyone. I need to reposition the oil derricks a bit better. This was the position of Twilight Flame. I positioned them as exactly as on Twilight Flame. But this of course looks stupid here, and I need to reposition that. But I will do that later. For now we focus on the pathways here, on the bridges. So here I want a wooden entrance. Let's search for a nice wooden texture. Yeah, the official maps have no symmetry, lol. Yeah, true. That looks like a lot of work before it's done. Yeah, it still is a lot of work. Map making takes an insane amount of work. Most people don't know about that. You might think map creating takes like 6 hours, but it is like 30 to 50 to 60 hours if you want to do it correctly. If you want to do it really nice. Of course, I could just paint something on here and be done with it, but it should look nice. And to create something nice, you need time, as every detail matters. I could get inspiration from some maps here to get an idea of how I create the wooden area. For that we have the World Builder Discord, and for that we have the tile sets. Here we are in the World Builder Discord, and there should be the tile set bank. There we are, and there you can look on how the community does the mapping for the wooden stuff. We have, for example, this one for the rails. Looks amazing. But I'm searching in particular for a wooden entrance. This is too much forest. I don't want it to be that forest-like. This could be fitting. Yeah, I think this would fit. Keeping this one in mind. This is too... I had the roads here in mind. I had the same exact roads in mind, but I don't like the color and texturing of it. I like the roads. We can check what they used here for the texture beneath the road. That thing I can do. So we just check here. It's the tile number... Did they number it? It's 2. Isn't it? It's 2, I think. So let's check on 2. What is it? 2, it's grass, medium, type 10, grass, cobblestone. No, that is not the texture we are searching for. Let's check. So, grass, medium, type 10. That would be this one. But this is not the texture we are looking for. What we are looking for is a darker tone. So maybe 6 or 5. 5 or 6. Dirty type field. Yeah, these are we are looking for. These 2 types. Field. And that is dirt type 1. Dirt type 1. Yeah, that's the one we are looking for. And type 5 field. Type 5 rockstar. No. Dirt medium type 5. Dirt medium type 5. Yes, okay. So these are the 2 types we are looking for. And type 1. So these 2 types. Anton also saying 5. Yep. Looks to be correct. So that is the texture here for this here. This wooden stuff. This wood stuff is an 8. Just 8. And 8 is grass, medium, type 9. Type 9. Grass, medium, type 9, mountain rugged. Grass, medium, mountain rugged. Type 9. This one. Yeah, that's the one we need. So these 3 types. These are the 3 we need. And then the road piece come over it. This way we get a nice road piece here. And here on the bottom we could use this coloring. But I don't think this would match with this coloring. We need to test it out. This is all not fitting. This is too grassy. Too empty. Also not the one I'm looking for. Also not the one. Too grassy. Yeah, I think we are staying with the 2 there on the bottom side. This is all too grassy, too desert-like. Too beach type. Too much beach type. This looks alright, but we are not looking for that. And this is also fitting. This is also fitting. We will go with the bottom. That was this one here. Let's first go with this one. And the road pieces. I really like this texture here. It's a nice texture. Let's put that on my palette. Yeah, this looks good. And now we use these free textures so we do not forget about them. Always good to have palette. We have this texture. We have this texture. And this texture. These three. So this is for the middle part. The water area. Not so sure about the water area. Is there something for the water here? This looks alright. The cliff here. I think this is 8. Yeah, 8 is here the cliff. And 8 is cliff medium type 17 mountain rugged. This one, no, this one, cliff medium type 17. This is for the mountain, so next to the water. This would be the water area. I think I have the same texture here on top. Looks to be like the same texture here. Which is good, as the map needs to be same texture. And let's paint that over here. Alright. And here the same thing. Paint that all over. I want a little coast here on the bottom. On the top we have the military docks, and here I want a coast. Important is that the bridge has the same size, which it now has. That was the most important part, as the players want to place tunnels on there. They want to place laser turrets on there, EMP turrets, something. Production facilities, they want to place it here. And it needs to have the same size on each position. That is very important. Okay. Bring the color in here, and let's color that thing here as well. Nice. Okay, and this one I can texture with a green color. Okay, this looks good. Now I need to make up my mind here with this texture. Maybe if I color that here first. We have the road piece. Let's bring on the road piece. That would be a dirt road, dirt path. No, it's not a path, it's a road. Dirt road track. I think 4. No, that doesn't look like a 4 to me. That one. Road 2. It's a road 2. And And it is dual lined. Yep, dual lined. I've seen this road a lot of time now in map making. People love to use this double lined road. It looks nice, so I understand why it's used like that. It's a small line of this texture. And then we have on the right side this track with a different color. Let's see if we find it. I think that one. It's a track. It's not a road, it's a track. These are tracks here. And that seems to be this one, which goes... And they do it like that. They have it like so, and then it goes in here. Something like that. That seems to be the thing. Yeah. With a different texture. We keep that in mind. So it's still the same size. 333, it is the same size. Okay, so this is the distance. Looks so big. And we need another texture. We have it like so. And in the middle we have the dirt track. Maybe it would look nice if it would be in the middle. We could also have a train track here. I believe a train track would also look nice here. If we remember, I had on the last time. Let's bring Google Maps up again. I was here at Bangor Base. And I used Bangor Base as a military base in the US. I used this as an example. And we can see this is the area I'm building. This is the area. And this one has train tracks. And we are at the moment here. There's the road. And there are train tracks here. Which I'm not seeing at the moment. There are the train tracks. Here are the rails. And they go here to the houses. Probably to deliver some tanks or something. And then they go out here into the forest with the road. Yeah, the road pieces, and there goes the rail down here to the bottom for the delivery. So the road and the rail. So what I could have is a dirt road path, a road and a rail. With a little forest in between. So that could be a thing. If you go here, we have the road track. This would be, I don't know, here. Let's put it here. And then there would be a road piece. It's a small road. Not a big road. Which would be a 2-lane. Not dark, but gray. We have this road piece. And next to it we have the train. The rail. Railroad. Gottlos. Hey. Hubertianer. Hey, guten Abend. Grüß dich. Train track. We could have it like so, or maybe... I think this would be more fitting. Endurance! Hey, Endurance! Grüß dich. Schön, dich hier zu sehen. Do we have this piece or this piece? This would be without anything. I think we have this piece on the right. Not this one, but this one. It's more fitting here for the color. So if we take a look at Bangor base, we have here the railroad, the road, and little pathway here, a road. And in between we have a forest. Something like that. I think that looks like a master plan. This one I keep in mind for later. So let's use this texture. Paint that on here. Here I need to be careful. I need to be very careful here to not create a free tile texture error blending.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Hey, dank dir für den Follow auf Twitch. Dank dir. Dank dir, mein Bester. Vielen, vielen Dank. Follower goal reached. Nice. Okay, how do I do it here? First off, we cut this in here. Cut this in. Make this all full. Then this part goes here. I think this is a hard transition. This is a way too hard transition. So to make it less hard, I need to have a brighter color. So for example, this one. Think if we have something like, yeah, that transitions over better. Much better. And then we transition over to this part. Alles klar, Endurance, mach's gut. Vielen Dank. So we transition over to here. Make this a bit smaller. We have just a little tiny little detail. Then there comes the road piece. Then there comes the forest. For the forest, I'm going to use another texture. For that they had a green texture. Number 2. They used number 2. Grass medium type 10, grass cobblestone. Grass cobblestone. Type 10. So this one. They use this one here for the grass. It's a nice transition. I see what they're doing. We have this in the middle with a few trees. Let's delete the sand part for now. I don't like to look at that. Also don't like to look at this. Sorry, I had to ban a bot there. Okay, and here we have the trees. Here we paint over there. And this texture is for the road. And the road goes over there. But this would basically be the thing. And then we have the trees. Let's look at the tree palette of palms. That is not the tree I'm looking for. I need different trees. Do I have tree? I have trees here. Do I have trees in the palette? I do not. So what am I looking at here? We have tree pine free. Then this is a tree pine. What else? Tree pine free. Tree pine. Tree pine 5. What else? Tree pine. Tree pine free. It's just 3 types of trees. Tree spruce. Okay, we have a spruce in here as well. Must be a 5th type. Spruce. Pine 2. I think we don't have pine 2 on the bottom. Okay, so these are the 5 types. And a bush would be nice. I believe I have some bushes here. These don't look very green. I need green bushes. Bush. This is not green. This looks alright. Let's have a few and look which bush is the best. Which bush I should definitely not use. This looks like a good bush. These bushes are all not good. Desert shrub we don't need. Okay, so out of all of these, I like this one. I like this one. And I like this one. But now that I look at it, this one not so much. That's a nice bush, yeah. This one is the best. It's very green. Maybe this one? Could be as well. These 4 maybe? Not a fan of these. This one is also acceptable. These I don't like. We have these five type of bushes. Put them onto our palette. And now we can fill the tree palette. Here's our growth option. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 options. Let's put them all in. First, we have the tree pine. Tree pine. Then next, we have the tree pine 5. Tree pine 5. As third option, we have tree spruce. Tree spruce. Fourth option, tree pine 2. 3.2. Tree pine 3. Did you extract the ini files in the game directory so you can see all the previews in World Builder? Really helpful, works for all resources like textures, audio clips, etc. This is the World Builder of the World Builder Discord by Adrian. I got it here from the World Builder Discord. This one right here, right there. And if you go here to the work publish, you can go here to pinned. And there you have the World Builder. This one I used. World Builder. Yeah, must be fixed there. Can give you the link if you want it. I don't know if that works. No, that is not going to work. Not at all. Can I copy the link? Stupid Discord. That should work. Mediafire. That's the link to the World Builder. If you want to have it by yourself. There will be a new World Builder version soon with more fixes by Adrian. And here we need the bushes. This one is bush 6. Then we have bush 8. Next we have bush 9. As next, bush 11. And as fifth option we have bush 3. Okay. I want to place 10. The percentage of 10 for each. Allow water placement? No. Allow impassable placement? Yes. Left click to place a tree. Left click and drag to place multiple trees with randomization. Developer note. Okay, let's paint the grove. So if I paint that over here, we can get this nice wall of grove. And now I need to watch it. As I said, it needs to be symmetrical with the other ramp. And in the other ramp, we have a building. It's all clean here, it's all white and clean. And we have this little tower here. We need that tower. That tower needs to be placed in the middle of this whole mess. On the outer edge. So this one needs to be placed here. Same tower, same chances for both teams. Here is the tower. Okay, there's no sandbag around it, there's no wall piece around it, it's just a tower. Nothing fancy around it. So that the rockets which fly out of the tower do not get reflected by anything. Yes, correct. Okay, this looks alright. And then we have these two supply docks next to each other. I also need to place them there in the same distance. Same measurement. So here's the tower. There's the grass texture. Let's apply that texture here. Paint that all in. Okie dokie. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. How do I do the texturing? Maybe I should first start placing the docks. Yeah, let's place the docks. There are 2 docks. Somewhere like here and there. And they need to be in the same distance from that tower. So from here to the tower, it is a distance of 251 feet. And if you look at here on the top, we have a distance of 239. Let's say 240. Yeah, about 240 distance between both supply docks to the tower. 240, and to the water we have a distance of 60. So to the water, $60. Dock should be here. And 240 to the dock, to the tower. Needs to be closer. $240. Yes, about the right distance. And to the water, 60. About correct. This looks ugly. Needs to be fixed. For the fixing, I'm using the Smooth Height tool. And use that here on the cliff. So it looks a bit nicer for the eye. And here for this part, maybe there's something which I could use, which is not military-like, but it's like a wooden wall, amplifying that it's a bridge. I know that World Builder Champion maps have that kind of stuff, where you have that structure here, indicating that this is a bridge. This way I can have this narrow down thingy, whatever. Thank you very much, Muhammad. Thank you. So how do I do that? I need to look through the textures. This will be tricky. Very tricky. Usually it's hidden behind man-made. It's not at structures. Could be at system. System. Yeah, something like this. For example, you can put that in if you place that here. And you bring it all down. Like so. Then this could look nice. As an example, this way it doesn't look so narrow. Now if we have something as a roof, then this would look like a bridge. But I want something more wooden-like. This is a bit more broken down and more rusty. Maybe the rusty part is good. Good. Let's check the rusty part. Looks about the same. Let's delete this one. Oops, not this one, the other one. This one. What else do we have here? Scaffold, bridge scaffold. Yeah, yeah, I'm looking for this one. Should be more wooden-like. How about that? Or maybe that? I think this is way too metal-like. This looks too much like metal. See? Bring that thing in. Maybe I can combine some parts. We have this in here. And then we put this in here. This would generate something like this. Not the most beautiful one, but it's looking okay. I mean, it blocks, it indicates that there is something. It's not looking so narrow. It looks alright. And then we could have this part sticking out. Like so. And this way we have our own bridge part. What else do we have here? Cars, rocket parts, more rocket parts, tank missiles, rockets, so many rockets. More tower parts. We don't want that. Bridge tower. Okay, an arrow. Bridge tower. Not a big fan of that. It looks so ugly. What else do we have here? Nothing more. The sounds are so funny. Oh. Special effect train crash object. No, we don't want to crash a train here. Bridge part? No. Okay, that's pretty much about it. Parachute. Don't need a parachute. What's that? Avalanche chunk. No, we don't need an avalanche chunk. If we take that and we move that out of the way and replace this one with this one. This looks more structured. This one looks more broken down. This one looks more industrial. It's still a military training ground. Let's not forget about that. It's a training ground, so it can look a bit more industrial. And we place that down like so. So it's just underneath this ramp. Oh, I'm liking this. And then we have it in here. Sort of. Yeah. Yeah. Let's use this. And this we add later. Let's use this for our bridge. Okay. It's not really fitting with the angle. Maybe at 130? 135? Yeah, 135. Let it stick out a bit. Let's use it like so. Yeah, like so. Copy and paste. And apply it to the top. Not overlapping. And we created ourselves a bridge. I'm liking that. Now for the other part. This looks dope. Copy, paste, and drag that thing over here. And this one needs to be... First of all, rotated. Not 135, but minus. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Maybe I need to paint this over again. So we have this part, this one right here. And we have the other part. Not this one. Also not this one. Ugh. Just give me the part. Give me the part. Oh man, come on. No. No. Stop it. Where is the other thing? Ah, that's so annoying. Well, I still know what I used. It was this one. This one. Okay. Now let's bring this over here. Like so. 135. Is it the same angle? It is the same angle. That used to be here. And has a Z of minus 55. Ugh. Area disappear, please. Thank you. Minus 35. There we go. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Bring this down a bit more. Like so. Okay. And now this part goes over here. 135. Bring that thing in. And angle. Yes. That one moves in here. Yeah. Correct. And these two move here. Exactly like so. And copy paste. Ugh. Bam. Nice. Nice, nice. It is a bridge. Okay, now the tower piece. That thing lands on there. Not in the right rotation. 42 is the right rotation. Have it here as well. There. And piece. Like so. And also on the bottom. Yes. Yeah, like so. And now on the right side as well. Let's mirror that thing. And mirror it over. Like so. Not quite. Yeah. And here. We used this texture and paint it over here. This is the bridge texture then. Yeah, this looks good. And here on the left as well. All right. Let's do it like so. And now we need to fix here this spot. Not so. Hard to fix. Maybe I leave it like this. Let me just put it here. Yeah, let's leave it like this. Let's move it a bit more. Move it. Yeah. This looks perfect. Man, this is so much work. Okay, more texture application here. Okay. So we have the railroad here. The railroad goes here. Then the road next to it. The little line with the trees. Need a lot of growth here. Like so. Okay. And then we have the tower there. Yep, this is working. Now we can align these supply docks. So let's remember, we had the distance here of 60. 60. And between the tower and the dock, it is a distance of 240. Almost. Yeah. Almost. I think it's okay. I think this is alright. Good. What category are the bridges pillars from? I know many items from the system tab will crash, mismatch the game. Sorry, I was AFK. We have the... let me check. The scaffold support number 1. We have the scaffold support number 1. And we have the bridge tower left. And then I use the... this one. Support number 2. I use these parts. Bridge scaffold support, and the bridge tower concrete. These 2 I used. These 3 I used to create this bridge. Supply docks are aligned perfectly. Now I can look how I did it here. Hope they work. I think they do. Yeah, I need to test that. I hope as well that they work. Would be wonderful if it actually works, as it looks very nice. Here for this part, I use the road here to indicate that there's a supply stash. Same here on the right side. Would be cool to have that here on the other side as well. So if we go here. And these roads, they go to the bottom. Have them here. And here they do a turn. You can see how they did it here. There's one turn. One road, not a double road. A one road. So that would mean one road. The other one continues. This one sticks out. Like so. Okay, and this one goes to the bottom. Like so. Stop your jiggling movement, damn. This is too far away. Need to move that whole thing to the top. Now this is the right distance we need. I could also work with this here. But I think I will use it somewhere else. So, for example, here. Let's rotate that thing. So that one goes in here, that one goes here, and that one goes here. These ones, they go a bit more down. I mean, it should be fair if I go all the way down, as this is also a straight road down. Would make sense to have this one also go straight down. So, like so. And then we can have this piece randomly being added to it. And a bit nicer precision. It bugs out there a bit. Bugs out a tiny bit. That one I don't want. Okay. Stop bugging out. And here we do a little curve. Like so. I think that looks good. So we basically have a little pathway here. Gives it a bit more life. Here we have the road to the dock. That sticks out a bit more to here. And we will end the road here with an end cap. And we put a little blockade in here, maybe? How did I do it on the upper part? Nothing. Then I should have nothing there as well. Else it will block the buildings. Will block the buildings. Paint the texture down here. This one I also need to paint. Not with the log angle. Like so. And then this texture goes all the way down. And it paints everything here. Yeah. And then we have the grass texture, which goes all the way to the bottom. And then this texture, which fills the rest. And here we put a little life into it, as this looks super ugly. Like really, really ugly. Maybe I first start blending out the texture. Like this maybe. So it's blended out. And then we blend this texture out. Not quite yet. If I do this and paint it all over here to the left, then I paint it here. We have this texture going all the way around. Like so. It's a not looking good, not really good looking river. But it will get there eventually. The bridge is standing. It looks okay for the beginning. Can now blend in this one. This is now blended. Maybe more like this. You have this texture, the 6. 6 is dirt medium type 5 field. Dirt medium type 5. So this texture would go in here. This would be this texture. Getting added to this position. And here for the forest. Need a few more dots with the forest actually itself. Let's do that. We use this forest texture, paint it in here. Like so. And a bit more here. I don't know, this looks not good. It will get there. Maybe a bit painting in here. And then we blend this out. Like so. We blend this out. Use this texture, paint this in. This looks not really nice. How did they do it? We have just one texture there, okay. Maybe if that part here is also grass and not the other texture. Difficult. Let's have it like this for now. Little green island here. Maybe the green texture is missing a touch. Like something sticking out, which is bright, gives color. Like something like this, a bit more color there. Gives a bit more color. I think we need more color in here. Bit more like mossy. More darker tone. What else do we have here? Okay. What else? This is really bright. Ah, that looks ugly. That looks really ugly. Oh no, that looks not good. I should not do that texture here, but instead use this. And then these parts. There's too much brown in there. Too much brown. Need a different texture, which I can add into the brown. What about this texture? Add 2. That would fit. Yeah, I think that would fit. Let's paint that in here as well to give it a bit more variation. Yeah, I can feel it here, alright. What else do we have here? This one we have. That's this texture. That's a cliff texture. Okay, paint that in here. It looks a bit more colorful. It's still ugly as shit. Still ugly as shit. There's something not quite right here. What about this texture? Maybe we can fix it somehow. Or maybe I just need some sleep. I think we did some good parts here, some good progress. This one was aligned here with the water. All the height level was aligned. All what is missing now is the inner part. I need to sleep over it. It's difficult. The texture is not what I'm liking to see. What I basically have in mind is this road piece, which goes down here, out of the map. And the rail also goes down, but I don't know, it looks so ugly. I need to sleep over it. Thank you all for joining here. This has been your cncHD with another map building progress for the VNS map 3 versus 3. Still more progress needs to be made. The only good and beautiful thing here on this map is at the moment is the VNS logo. Still needs way more time to work on, but I think we will get there. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Have a good rest of your day, and we see us in the next live stream. Till then, your cncHD, and see you next time. Goodbye.